Are you guys sort of excited? I'll adjust this lighting. If I'm going to tattoo myself, which I probably will in a second, um, I'll change the lighting so you guys can see. I was just so excited to come back here and speak to everybody. Because, life is good. It's a glorious existence if you allow it to be. So I thought I would make a video. You guys can't see me too good, can you? It's not, no, excuse me, too well. That's the word, not too good. Good is not the proper. It's too well. Let me see. I'm gonna go turn a light on because that would help everything. So you guys just gotta wait a second. There it is. Look at that. More lights. Look at that. I don't normally turn lights on, but I'm turning them on so you can all of you people here that are showing up will get to see me take out a. I haven't drawn. I haven't used a pencil to draw anything in the longest time, and I surely have not inked myself in a very long time. But because I have 100% certainty in my craft and my faith in myself that I won't fuck it up too bad. So I'll make some permanent scratches onto my skin that I put ink into. I've done it before. Some of you might know I've tattooed myself before. And a lot of my tattoos are from people that I've really never even known. I just know them for a day or two, and I'm just like, you're good people. I dare you to tattoo something on me. Yeah, sometimes I tattoo on them too, but whatever. Uh, so yeah, maybe I'll do that in a second. We'll see. And in the intermin, I'll just sit here and wait for people to show up and see if I can adjust this lighting, man. This is just god awful lighting for this whatever going on here. Let me see. Nope, this is about as good as it gets, I guess. Sorry for the terrible lighting, y'all. That's what you get for now. But is anybody interested in watching me just take a needle with ink in it and jam it into my skin? Could be fun to watch. I don't know how many of you had tattoos or have ever tattooed someone or tattooed yourself or been tattooed by someone that you like or don't like. All those are different situations. Yeah. So I'll stay here and just wait. And we'll talk about having what's the word that I'm looking for here? Implicit faith and trust in yourself, which a lot of people that's like people that are insecure. Yo, that's insecure. 9 years, what I'm saying, your careers, like that old Kanye West shit right there. Yeah, you just gotta find a place that you're happy being with what you're happy with what you are. You can't be more than you are, and you won't accept being less than you are. So what you do is you accept yourself as such. So there's confidence and faith within that, and authenticity. You know, no one's you know what, the people that try to get rid of their scars from when they were children, like they got a scar somewhere and they're like they gotta get like the beauty mark fixed and they're gonna clean that up, and it's because they're not comfortable with what they used to be or what they might become. They need to be what everyone's provided to them. Like it's like you grow up and you know what, you ever show somebody a picture of you shitting in a diaper? No, I mean if you're 40 years old, wearing a diaper and shitting in it is pretty fucking retarded. But to have someone see a picture of you when you're 2 years old pooping in your diaper, that's wildly different. Hmm. So, anyways, no one has commented. People just keep jumping in, jumping out. Have I not done anything cool enough yet for you guys? Have I not said anything awesome? I literally said I'm gonna fucking tattoo myself, and nobody's showing up. This is crazy. How, why? Why would I even do this? Now I'm not even. I was actually the funniest part of this video was I was gonna actually take requests out here from all of you people to say what should I tattoo of myself. No, that's exactly true. That's the truth. I got a canvas is it's this big. You can see it. I could put one thing on it, and if somebody suggested it, I might do it. But ain't nobody showing up, so I don't know how that works. So I'll just sit here and amuse myself. We'll see who's up in here. Who's wearing fucking geometry filled swimwear? Huh. We will find out. I'm gonna dip in and out the room. I wish I had better lighting. I just don't have it right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm using a different computer right now. Because my phone is almost out of battery. So I'll sit here and talk this way, and we'll talk about. Do you guys want to talk about tattoos? You want to talk about fingernails, facial hair, tattoos, um, dreads, braids? Um, huh. There's a lot of ways to go. There's a lot of ways to spin this off. I'm not gonna tattoo myself today because no one's showing up. Because apparently no one's noticing that I'm making this video. Thanks, YouTube. I guess you guys didn't want to watch me tattoo myself. I got a pretty good fucking. My craft is nice. My pen is pretty perfected. It's spectacular. Ah, we'll wait though. Let's see who's up, man. We got 5 people in here waiting to see if I will pull my tattoo. I got like a few a few tattoo machines and some. The ink isn't the greatest because it doesn't hold too well, and I'd rather just make my own with like gold flake and silver flake, and there's some other ways to make tattoos we can talk about. But I still would tattoo myself right now. We'll see. We'll see if we can get there. Still, on this side, I got no comments, which means either, as usual, this shit doesn't even matter, the numbers, or they're like withholding the comments. I can't see them. Or maybe no one's saying anything. They're just listening to me babble on for 7 minutes about the possibility of taking some ink. And I would draw freehand. I'm not even good at freehand drawing. Like if I draw something first, if I draw something first, I can follow the line that I made. But to to just draw, like, yeah, I can a little bit. Torrin's here. Speaking of the fucking master artist, Torrin's one of the only, like, Torrin's one of the people I'd be like, dude, I would give you. I wouldn't pay you. I mean, I would pay you if you needed it, dude. But like, I would let Torrin tattoo my entire fucking arm because his artwork is so fucking absurdly awesome. And if you don't know who Torrin's Garden is, his artwork is like. There's a can that I showed him a long time ago. What's up, Divine Hazel? There's a can that I showed him a long time ago. It's from a brewery down the street, and the artwork on there is just very much like his. Yeah, Torin is a fucking a master craftsman. He's not from here. I mean, he knows that. He knows that I know that. We know that. Torin is one of the fucking master artists, honestly. And if Divine Hazel, you know who Torin is, right? And I once again will apologize for the quality of the color on the screen. Let me go grab a beverage, and when I come back, I will fawn and comment over Torin's majestic qualities of his artwork, so I can inform him that someday, at some point in time, I'm gonna give him most of my arm here to just draw on, and then he can even put it like a little like Torin wrote this shit here, like, and then I'll be like, and then people are like, what the fuck? Why is that so amazing? I'm like, oh, you just go see this dude. For real, Torin, you should start tattooing people, and if you haven't yet, you probably should. All right, people. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to adjust this. I'm gonna adjust my house tomorrow because of feng shui and the Leo season. I don't know if you get like I don't tell you all about everything that goes on and how it all works. But right now I have the choice of some wine or tequila. What do I do? Do I dip into the wine or the tequila? I already know the answer, so I'm gonna grab the correct bottle. We'll see. Samantha, Samantha Guerra. Are you saying I could tattoo your whole body? Um, I don't know who you are or what you look like prior to this, but I would happily tattoo you. And if you mean that in the way that I think you do, yeah, we could do that too. I'm not, but for real, like yeah, I'll pull. I have like a few colors in the closet that I could pull out and a few tattoo machines and we could. I'll do it left-handed and right-handed at the same time. It'd be like, you ever seen somebody draw with both hands at the same time? Yeah, you ever seen that? That's pretty awesome shit right there. I'd happily do that for you, Samantha, if you are a Samantha and not just some computer algorithm. Because I can't, I don't know anything on here, so I just respond in accordance. And what should I drink? Did you guys figure it out yet? Torin, come on, man. No, Torin. By the way, I'm the worst with flattery and people telling me thank you. We'll see how you do with it. You inspired me, man. That's for real. That's an actual fact. You inspired me, my dude. That's facts on facts, man. Hold on one second. Let me go put this back on ice because uh, even though no one told me what to drink, I know what I want to drink. I'm gonna drink this. Put that in the freezer. Okay, perfect. Back to the class. Tequila. All right. Well, damn it, because nobody said anything else. Damn it. I didn't want to have to do a shot of tequila right now, but crack it open for you. Let me go grab a. Now I gotta get up again. Damn, I hate getting up. Oh, so in this, in these latter stages of of the evening, getting up is difficult. But here you go. A shot for Divine Hazel. Ding dong. Ah. I'm only doing half a shot right now because I can't do a whole shot. That's not that I'm not into that business. Mm. Ugh, so good. All right. So let's get into the talk, and then we'll get into whether or not I'm going to grab all of my ink pens and I could give you guys a 101 on how. I'll give you guys a master class on how to tattoo, even though I'm not even close to uh, painting the Sistine Chapel or even really good at art, but I do know how the shit works. As an architect, you gotta know most things. As an architect, you gotta know. As an architect, you have to know how a building won't fall down, and also how the poop will flow down the toilet, and how the water will flow, and how the electricity works. You have to know all that shit. So, yeah, there it is. Let's talk about trusting in yourself. Have I ever heard of JB rum? JB? I don't know. I don't drink rum too often. Rum is a it's very selective when I want to do it. Like when I want to, you know, get the one eye out there and text somebody at like, it's like 2 in the morning. I'm making that regretful call to my ex girlfriends Like going, hey, what's going on tonight? Can I what's going on? Do you still all that shit? Like, yeah, rum is for certain times and places. Let's talk about trust in self. Um, hmm. It's like, yeah, I'm okay. That's what's up. Rum is like a ramadam dam, a ramadam ding. It's a whole different beast, man. And considering if you know about rum and one of the most famous rums ever was, I mean, if you know the name of it, you'll just say it because he was. There's a story about the Mason who was. Look, you know that story, don't you? But I'm gonna get into this trust yourself thing real quick so I can get this out the way. Uh, Here it goes. When I speak, I don't. I have no care for what might come out of my mouth. I am very thought filled. At the same time, I'm thoughtless in what I say because I don't buy it. I do not buy into the ideas that go through my head. I don't buy into those things. If I say them, it's for comedy because I'm like, what a ridiculous thing to say or do. So it's confidence in saying, hopefully you find this as humorous as a joke or something. And then when I say something that really means that has energy that corrects or moves people to be in a better way, then I'll say that too. But my confidence in myself and your confidence in yourself is to confide in yourself. So what do? It's not what they say. It's not what those people over there said. It's not. It's nothing but uh, people would call it like consciousness. You know, people talk about like this this idea that everything has to be love and light. That's not consciousness. That's not conscious. That's not awareness. Awareness is to realize that you also come from the darkness and there's also crazy weird thoughts. It makes you a humorist. And a humorist deals with all of the four humors, and there's many more than that, but the original four are hot and cold and wet and dry. And that's kind of like, you know, you go to certain countries, there's dry humor, and you have other countries where it's like, you know, everybody's like dancing really fast and it's very hot, and you have other places where it's cold and it's like, ugh. But there's still humor in that. And so in that is having a faith and confiding in yourself. Because what else can you do? Fast for a little while. Fast for, you don't have to do it for 43 days. You could do it for 10 days. You could do it for 5 days. You could go and walk around in the park with your shoes off. That's confidence. You can go and talk to someone if you want to, and you can be silent and walk just straight to where you want to go. These are all the same forms of confidence. And so whenever I speak, the reason that I get on here and do this is because I have so much care for everyone else that if I say something that to even if it's 1% of the people, if they get something out of it, I'm happy with that. Even 99% of people were like, that was stupid. And one person was like, yo, that helped my life. That's what I'm there for. Because I have confidence in what I say that it's going to help someone, because there's no way I could think, and I don't think at a loss. I think in everything that I do is winning. Like, everything I do is perfected. Some people might not understand it. You might not get it. But it's not affecting me. It's not disenfranchising me from my own being. If I speak, it's because that's what I felt like saying. Good, bad, indifferent, funny, or intelligible, or silly, or whatever the fuck. You have to just be in that place where you are always, you don't have to be right. You know how many times I said shit that's wrong? Plenty of times. But I was comfortable saying it. And if you're comfortable saying something wrong and something corrects you, go, oh, thank you for that. And then you become a wiser, smarter, more intelligent person. And so you say wrong things, you ask silly questions, because the universe will provide you with the person or the thing or the idea that will allow you to see a bigger picture. And as I speak, I just go, well. And some people would think, yeah, you're just saying that now, but I promise you, it has nothing to do with wine or tequila. It has nothing to do with that. I do this drunk, sober, high, get out of bed, just like what the fuck, going. All of it is the same to me. There's just different energies at the time. Like we in Leo season, so like fired up. You get that Leo, get that hair down. Like oh shit, should put all the hair down. Leo season, put the mane down. Put that main line down. Just that's how it works. So you have to find yourself within all of the different astrological planet, like the different astrology signs, and find those things. What does it mean to be a Leo? What does it mean to be an Aquarius? What does it mean to be a Libra? What does it mean to be a Gemini? Those things all have qualities to them that if you internalize, then you can be confident in yourself that you just can speak and spit and sit quietly, humbly, and also talk shit with the best of them, because that's the confiding within yourself to go. It's not that really big of a deal. You just talk, and it's like, oh shit, I came out the womb screaming, didn't I? Didn't you? Didn't everybody hear? As far as you know, you came out the womb screaming. So seems like you had a voice. And then people told you to sit down and shut up. And you know what? We never sit down and shut up. I mean, we sit down and we shut up, but only on our own fucking account. Because we have trust in them. When we sit down and shut up, that's because we felt like doing it. And we feel like speaking, we speak. So there's a lesson in that. Yeah, who else is in here? Guan Yin, what's up, man? What's up, Rahotep? What's up, Unstance? Well, hey, guys, ladies, girls, gentlemen, boys to men, and gods and goddesses, if you would please allow me, I don't plead too often. I'm gonna plead for your forgiveness. That right now I have to get up and go pee pee. And I will come back, and after I piss into something, we'll talk. All right, look at that. After school math class. One more second, y'all. One more second. Okay, let me see. Guan Yin. People don't trust themselves because they don't know that they're the manifestation of the Most High. We are gods. In other words, we are raw energy. Yeah, that's so funny. How often I say the word please is so infrequently. I only say it out of like habitual nature of you brought up say please and thank you. And I've always contended that you should never plead for anything, but you always should say thank you. Thank you means thank, which means the Ankh. So if you are the Ankh, you're the anchor. And if you're the anchor, you're connected to the Aurochs. If you're connected to the Aurochs, you're connected to the original version of all of reality. So to say thank you is delightful. But don't plead for things. Never plead for things. saying please, yes. It's a lease. It's a lease on the. It's a lease on the pussy. It's a lease on the penis. It's a lease on the p. The p word. P. Oh, pee pee. Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy to save yourself. Go drink your urine. Go speak to Orion's belt. You know what I mean? Mm. That's the pole. That's the poles. It poles pull. But when you get to the idea, there's only one pole. It's the North Pole. It's your own consciousness. There's no South Pole. The South Pole is literally the magnetics of the Earth. The actual pulling of the northern energies is why a magnet goes where the magicians, the magnets connect to the North Pole. It's the North Pole of the system. But that can't work unless you take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground so you ground yourself out. It's not the South Pole, it's a ground. The ground is the South Pole. But it's not south. It's just not north. So there it is. Should I go grab my ink pen and just scribble dabble dabble? Rahotep, I've covered that so many times. I'm not going to do all of that right now. I'll just, because you may have not heard me speak on this before. No, it's ridiculous. I'll tell you this, the simplest, quickest way I can tell you. Um, if you have a seed, spread it. The equivalent of me speaking is the equivalent of me letting my seed loose. And it goes off there, and I plant trees. I've been planting trees in people's consciousness for a long time. Whether that comes out of my mouth or out of my my vast deference, comes out of that's irrelevant. Like, you can't really waste seed. A lot of people believe that you can waste it. And like, look at animals. What they do is when they fuck, they always drop seed inside because they don't deal with money. They don't deal with the society the way we do. They don't deal with all of these systems. So yeah, it's smart not to always be like just, it's smart to pull out. It's smart to like enjoy sexual relations with people and then not, finish the act inside of them. But, here, use this on the outside. It's good for your skin. That's a good idea. But these people that are into like not, how long do you have to hold your seed for what? People say hold your seed so that way women are attracted to you. Like, dudes, hold your seed. Women can't hold seed. They already have it. It's theirs. Women that don't masturbate or interact with themselves are vegan, vacant, and they're gonna dry themselves up. Men that just don't appreciate their own body and their own form and don't figure out how this whole thing works. Does it feel good if I grab my toe while I play with my taint and masturbate? Like, well, who knows? How do you know? Do you know? Do you have other people do it for you? Like, and that's a good idea too. But people that are into this breatharianism, these people that are breatharian, they're not breatharian because they're not only eating breath. Like, what are they going to do? They're talking. They're using a video camera. That's not breatharianism. That's technology. They're using technology to deliver a message. If they were delivering a message with their breath, they'd be using spirit. And then you could just talk to me in the dream world. We don't need all this technology, do we? So, no. Yes, it's a ridiculous idea to masturbate 4 times in a day. Even once a day is probably pretty bad for most people. Whenever you feel the requirement to do that. Sometimes pressure builds up in your system, you got to get rid of it. Sometimes you do some push-ups, sometimes you masturbate, sometimes you eat, sometimes you don't eat. So these are all different ways of adjusting your energies in your system. As an animal, or a plant or an animal does the same thing. It's like the birds and the bees and and the the lions and the elephants and all the different, if they drop seed, it's inside, and they're trying to produce the next round, the next generation. For us, we know better, so don't do that. Don't do that if you shouldn't. Don't You don't have to wake up every day and be like, I think I'd like to watch some pornography and jerk off. That's not a good idea every day. Sometimes it is, because you learn something. Other times, don't do that. you know, you can go fucking 2 weeks without jerking off, if that's what you do, jerk off. Or whatever you call it. And as a woman, I've always said it this way: a woman should be pleasuring herself most days, because she doesn't lose energy; she gains energy from an orgasm. A man tends to lose energy from an orgasm, because you literally let energy out of you. Where a woman, unless she's you know squirting or whatever, or getting rid of, which is can be good too. She bleeds. A woman bleeds. That's getting rid of energy, but that's healthy, because it's getting rid of energy they didn't need. Sometimes men need to get rid of energy they don't need. So you have to find this balance in between. When to hold energy. Could you imagine? Do you remember playing? Here, I'll give it to this way. Remember playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out? You'd have to punch a few times, and dip it, dip, down, bob and weave, to get that one punch that you could just be like, woof. That's what tantra is. That's what Taoist sexual practices are. To get to that point of, okay, is this where I actually deliver the whole thing, the whole goodness? I mean, how many times? Ask yourself a simple question. I don't know who I'm talking to here, man or woman. How many times have you said, "Come inside of me"? If you're a woman, how many times do you want to do just to fucking come in you? And how many times as a dude, if you're a dude, how many times you thought it was a good idea, like not on the precipice, like, oh, does this feel so good? I should probably just nut in this bitch. But you were like, I literally like you, I adore you. I think we could, there's years ahead of us that I would raise a child with. That's wildly different. But you've been there. How many times have you been there and just said no? How many, as a man, how many women have you been with? As a woman, how many men you been with? These are very, very simple questions. How many times have you had intercourse with even the same sex? I mean, even if you do fuck with that, but that doesn't work out, because you can't procreate. So find yourself the balance between your own energies. Like, smoking is good sometimes, drinking is good sometimes, eating is good sometimes, breathing is good sometimes. Most of the time, breathing is good. Get your pranayama on. Ra Hotep. I guess they think it's letting go of the life force energy. Yes, they think that, but that's not the truth. See? Oh, I'll give it to you one more way, because obviously, Ra, I don't think you've heard me speak upon this before, upon this idea. Um, some people say that if you hold your seed as a man, that women will be more attracted to you. But you know what? Whenever I go out, after having had sex all day, and I smell like pussy, I smell like the juices of all of the women that I've been with, or just the one woman, whatever, and I might not even have showered. I guarantee the girl that's sitting next to me at the bar or at the restaurant or walking through the street will her eyes will twinkle, and she'll say something to me. Equally, I can hold my seed for 3-4 weeks, do nothing with it. I might get attention out of that, but that's not my goal. But it doesn't change the smell of sex, the smell of procreation, the smell of all of that, and everything that those juices. What do you think? You think that? Do you think that people that get laid all the time don't? Do you hear what I'm saying? If you get laid all the time, you're getting laid all the time. Period. It doesn't mean if I hold my seed, I'll get laid tomorrow by the man of my dreams, the woman of my dreams. That doesn't mean that. It has nothing to do with it. You don't lose energy. You can actually gain fire out of interacting. Sexual healing, it heals you. There's a reason. It removes blockages from your body, because you realize your semen is a fluidium just as much as everything else in your body is, and it needs to move. You can't just hold on to it all the time. That'd be like being a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire such as I, $369 trillion worth of energy in me. I could just go, no, I'm going to hold that for myself. That'd be wasteful. Well, why would I do that? Why would I ever hold on to every piece of currency that I ever got? Wouldn't I share that with people? Wouldn't I give that the same way that I give knowledge? Wouldn't you share what you had with people? If you were really good fucking lay, you would. If you're really good at massage, you would give it to people. If you're really good at artwork, you'd give that to people. If you're really good at music, you'd give it to people. If you're good at speaking, you'd do that. So do people really think that because there's a fluidium in their body that they can't share because they need more of it? That seems hoarding. Might as well have fucking 20 cats. Tell me about them cat ladies. Tell me about them cat ladies that don't masturbate and they just have cats running around their apartment. I slept with one of them one time. That was crazy. That was years ago, but I'll tell you that story sometime. Yeah, bro. If you want me to go further on that, ask me another question on that. I hopefully that answered everything you were looking for, bro. Um, MK High Tech. I hear you on the you should only plant one seed. I don't know if that's true. No, I don't know. We'll go further with that. That has to do with currency and energies. Yeah, Guan Yin. Yeah, the outside painting, doing art. It's uploading energy. Yes, this is correct. Ra Hotep. I know when I was speaking, I knew you was a dude. I know who you are. Like, I mean, I don't know who you are. I've never met you. I don't think. Have I met you? But yeah, you hear what I'm saying. I wasn't saying earlier when I was saying if people are dudes or chicks. Like, it's just like I make videos, and unless I've met you in human form, I can't really verify anything on here. This shit to me is all, I trust. I trust myself implicitly 100%, but I trust other people 99%. That's all I got. That will probably never change, because there's I've had people on here that aren't actually real. There's algorithms and YouTube this and like somebody that I don't like and blah blah blah, and people just talking shit. So I don't know who you are. I suspect by the way that you're talking is like, yeah, I know you're a dude. Yeah, Guanyin, Montauk Chia is, yeah, Montauk Chia is very right in a lot of ways about the practices, but there, within certain schools of thought, like at age 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, you're supposed to, the amount of orgasms you're supposed to let out are supposed to be less and less. But I've also learned from other schools of thought that if you don't have an orgasm, your dick won't work and you'll die earlier. So they have completely polar opposite frames of thought, and they both seem correct. Imagine that. And I just had deja vu really bad. That was awesome. Ra Hotep, thank you. It doesn't make sense to suppress the body's functions, but I respect people spreading the message, so I'm crossed by it. Here you go. Let me break it down one more time just for people. Women should be cycling energy inside of themselves because they're internal and they're magnetic. Men are electric. That means they should be spitting energy out. I'm not saying that men should be spitting out seed and impregnating everything they come across, because that's not right. That you can't afford that, and some of the women you're gonna be with, like, they're not worth it. So if you're a woman, masturbate more frequently or find dudes that are lovers that like will respect you. That's it. As a dude, you got to go sow your royal oats. I mean, don't sleep with fucking sloppy bitches. That's ridiculous. I mean, don't. I mean, everybody's gonna have them fucking nights where it's like, Friday, about 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, nah, I definitely need to get my nut off right now. And that's, but you're responsible with it. That's what I'm saying. Is it's like you know what happens if you know what happens if you plant a seed in the ground. That's what happens. So you just don't do that. You go through the process of digging up the soil, doing all this, and playing with it, and saying, hey, that was a good time. I'll see if I see you. Blah blah blah. And you move through that. But the energy for a woman, as I get back to this one more time, because I want to. This is very, very important. A woman should be internalizing the energy, and their cells should be vibrating, and their orgasm should be a little different than a man's, because the man's energy of, and we get to Montauk Chia. He looks old. Let's just say it, he looks old, so he doesn't have it all right. There's a lot of things that he does that are very great. I'm sure he's surmounted a lot of chi. Is do you think that if I stood next to Montauk Chia and walked down the street, do you think there's any woman, any goddess, any queen that's going to want to sleep with him and not me? That'd be ridiculous. It really would. Why? Well, at my younger age, with all of the semen that I've dropped all over the place, on my feet, on your wife's feet, on your husband's face, like, I don't give a fuck, throw my seed everywhere. Despite all that, I'm pretty powerful. That's the power within the energy inside of you, which is, it comes from the mind, it goes down here and compresses itself in the dantian, and then you make these seeds in your cockles, your ball sack, and you can release that. And sometimes you need to release that. That's the most important part. People that don't get that shit. You know, you think there's a reason you started masturbating when you went through puberty? Because that was built up tension and aggression and love and hate and this and all the fears and all the love and all this shit, all built into this seed that you had there. That's what that is. And you have that through your entire life. You don't just get to sit there, you know. Don't sit there with your dick in your hand, but don't sit there and think you can't just like pleasure other people with it. You got the rod of the Hermes. Guy Tyler Bud says it all the time. I know Tyler Bud. I never met him. I think he's watched some of my videos, and I've watched some of his. I'm pretty sure he's watched some of my videos. I know him a little bit. I don't, yeah, I don't know him, so I can't really comment on that. He's saying people should hold their seed. Yeah, that dude probably is getting laid every day. I think that it probably. If I told you to hold your seed every day, and then you became so compressed as a woman, you'd be like, but he would share his seed with me. I could probably get laid every day if I told people one thing and did something else, but I don't do that. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying that dude is a really good looking guy. He's got a lot of really good information. Does he practice it? I don't know. I have fucking no idea what he does. I've never met him. But the idea that, like, hold your seed for what? For what? That's like saying why isn't his hair as long as mine? I don't cut my hair. Does he cut his hair? Why does he not have long fingernails? Does he cut his fingernails? That seems to be not allowing nature to do what it should do. He's not getting laid? That's what I mean. I don't know if it's him saying that, but like that's the idea to people that think that you need to. Thank you. Yes. Nut is a god for a reason. Yeah, to nut is a god. Yeah. Well, actually, the nut is the goddess, and nut comes from the word nutrition, and the word nutrition comes from the word lux. Lux and nuts means light. So if I put my seed somewhere and I put black light on it, I can see the seed. I can see the nut, and so nut is a nux or a cross. It's knuckles. It's crossing something. So it's crossing from one point of energy to another. So we call it nutrition. So I used to date this Ethiopian chick. She was like, I was like 23. She was like 40. But she looked like, she's a goddess. One of the worst mistakes I ever made in my life was not, like, I made a very big mistake with her. And it really bothers me this day. But she was beautiful, and all she wanted was my seminal fluid all over her face and her tits and whatever, because it kept her skin looking healthy. Because it was nutrition. It was giving her energy that I had. It kept her shiny and bright and happy. Oh yeah, Guan Yin. Yeah, art is a good release for it, but you can use your orgasm on a painting, on a drawing, and on a sigil. There's energy in that. Look. I mean, as much as people don't like the motherfucker, because he's the most evil man on the planet, even though he gave himself that name to just fuck with y'all people. Um, Aleister Crowley, sex magic, yo. And it doesn't even have to be sex. It has to be like masturbation magic. Even a bear burr spice. I didn't know that. Huh. Yep. Yeah, Rahotep. I mean, I hear you. I mean, he claims that. I mean, maybe if that's manifesting himself, everything he needs. If he is somehow and his channel is getting him a lot of money, and what he wants is money, so he can have items, he can have that. I'd rather make love intimately to every woman that I ever met. Not everyone. Like there's some that I'm like, keep keep your skinny non ass having crackhead habits over there. I'm not fucking with you. But you know what I mean. I'd rather do that than like I'd rather be a poor broke man in the streets having amazing intercourse with all of the women that I want to than to live in a giant mansion and I can't even get a fucking nut off. That would be ridiculous to me. I couldn't even. that's that's insane. Could you imagine just sitting there going, I've got boobies and pussy everywhere, and I'm not even gonna dip my I'm not gonna dip my stick into that and see if we can't find some passion and love making together to the point that we can make noises that were not made in the English language. Like I wouldn't trade in my sex life for a fucking lot of money. It just seems ridiculous to me. Laser gazelle, yeah. Hold your C to open your third eye, yeah, because your balls are going to start to explode into your brain, and then all you're going to think about is sex. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to have fucking wet dreams because your body was telling you get rid of some of this pressure that's built up in your fucking dantian that's been pressurized down into your ball sack. Get rid of some of that. Fucking jerk off or go find a mate. I don't care how the fuck you do it. Just go do that shit, man. You gotta hold the seed. That's fucking ridiculous. Here, fuck all you. I'm gonna plant this higher level knowledge. You know who holds seed? I'm gonna tell you who holds seed. You know NASA and all those other fucking corporations that up in Iceland, Iceland, or maybe Sweden. There's a fucking giant building that holds all the non genetically modified seeds. Were all held by the heirloom systems that they put into this thing that says even if there's some crazies that goes on this planet, we'll have all the seeds and we'll get it. What they fucking holding for? Just plant the fucking seeds and let the people eat them. Why are these people not getting this shit? See, I just do that for effect. I'm not really. See, people are like, "Oh, Zen, you're irritated, you're upset, you're mad." No, I'm just saying, if those people have heirloom seeds, plant those motherfuckers and feed the world. Stop making them pay for things because they can't afford it because they're too broken. They live in the ghetto that you produce by keeping the seeds from them. Give them the seeds. What's up, Shaman's Planning? What's up, Divine Hazel? I don't know any of the Dravidians. What's up, Guan Yin? Truth. Um, Truth addict. Yeah, I know about orgasm without ejaculation, but ejaculation is important. Have I ever heard of anking? Yes. I did that too fast for you, but yeah, I know about that. Mm. I'm gonna go fill this cup up, and I'll be back in a second, and I'll meditate on the last. Wait here, 1 second, yo. Oh, give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, you bastards. And we'll talk about orgasm without ejaculation, all that shit too. Ah, here we go. Let's do this. Here you go. Ready? We'll open up the green box. You guys ready? Are you ready, ready for them? Ready? Let's see what we got here. I'll speak to this. This is the heart chakra. Here, did you guys ever see this one right here? Green? Okay, check it out. I'm not a gringo, but here you go. The heart chakra is located in the center, often. Here, let's read this. I need a little light over here. Sorry about that. Heart chakra located in the center of the chest. Its function is love. Its inner white state is compassion, love. Its color is green. Its planet is Venus. Its stones are gray, pink stones, periodot, rose quartz, and the malachite. Meditation is love. What's it say? Solanching? Solanching. This chakra is important for a circulatory system, heart, and thymus gland. Very important one. It affects spiritual love, compassion, and the universal oneness. Energies, water, calming, soothness, and relaxing. Singing bowls. And here we have a singing bowl. So let's see how this singing bowl works. Remember 3. Look at here's how you work with these singing bowls. That's how you tone it. Well, there you go. There's the green one. Told you I'll do this for you guys occasionally. So we did the purple one the other day. We did the green one. We'll get to the other ones. The purple one is empty because it's sitting over there because I was playing with it the other night. Santos Bonacci must be confused because he promotes not ejaculating. Lazar Gazelle. Santos Bonacci is one of the most brilliant people on the planet. But do you remember when he talked to people about drinking piss? He did, and he said it was a good thing. And then he started talking about not ejaculating, and his hair got really gray. I'm just saying, your hair would not become gray if you're cycling your energy properly. Like the dude got on, like he's in my 33 greatest teachers video. I'm telling you, Santos is a fucking genius, but he's missing it on that. People read something and then they're like, oh, of course. You know what I do when I have energy? If I walk down the street and I have $10 in my pocket and someone needs that, they can have it. Why not? What am I going to do? Hold on to my energy? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's like, if I'm sitting here with 100, let's see, if I played like NBA Live and my score was 100, like that was just like 100 across the board, which is basically what it is. Do you think I'm gonna walk down the street and if someone asked me for something, I would not offer that to them if I had it? But I was like, no, I'm saving this for someone. Saving it for what? I'm no one's savior. I can't even, like, what? That doesn't make any sense. You don't do that. Santos is a fucking genius, and he's probably done more for the conscious world than just about anyone. I'd put him in my top 5 teachers. Seriously. But the thing about the not orgasming is very wrong. It's very wrong. Shaman, thank you, man. Shaman's planning, yeah. Lazar Gazelle. Yeah, you just dropped the deuce. Sometimes you got. I'm gonna go fill this up because I want some wine now. Where is it? I think it might be. Oh no, I put it in the freezer. Yeah, sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes you gotta poop. You know, we all poop. That's the universal code for all of reality. We all shit. We all do. You can't get away from that. Unless you stop eating and you become a breatharian. Like, to live the life, because I tried this. I tried this. I tried to be a breatharian. But you know what? As soon as I tried to do it, I realized that my mind was concerned with being better than someone or being in a better place. And it doesn't work like that. You don't get to be a better person. We'll talk about ethics and morals. You want to talk ethics and morals and dogma? You want to do Albert Pike shit? Or you just want to talk about ethics and morals? There's no such fucking thing. There's no such fucking thing. There's nothing that can convince you that within every equation there's the right answer. Because some people are like, I don't believe in killing anything. But if someone was kicking the shit out, if you had a 2-year-old child sitting in front of you and someone comes over and starts kicking the shit out of your baby, that just starts kicking it, tell me you wouldn't just fucking, it's done, out of here. You wouldn't murder that person, even though I don't believe in murder. Oh, they're not eating any animals. They don't believe in violence. But then somebody violates their fucking their creation. And I'm not saying that's the right answer. I'm not at all. But it's every situation deserves to be dealt with in the exact manner as is presented in that moment. You know how often I've been mad at somebody, and if I was remember we were talking earlier about like making that stupid fucking drunk dial to like one of your exes or something. That's the same thing as dealing with something when you're mad. Sleep on it, wake up, and say, hey, how do I feel right now? You know what? Most of the time you can go, that was we over that. It's not even a big deal. You've been mad at your best friends, but you get in arguments, and then you wake up and you go, that was bullshit. We just fucking around. People got to deal with that. That's what it is. That's life. That's how you go through it. Dimension, what's up? Yeah, you can only give as much energy as you have, and if you want to hold your semen, if you want to hold your seed, if you want to hold your energy, do it. That's like if you want to buy a house, then save up your energy, save up your currency, and buy the house that you want. But you know what? I mean, we live in a world that lives with debt, and like if I say trust that I'll pay this off in the next uh, 30 years before I'm 65, and or 72 or whatever the fuck it is, that's that's one way to do it. But when you're speaking of just using the energy within you, can you possibly provide someone with energy that you don't have? That's a simple thing. If I don't have information on how the world functions, I'm not going to speak like this. If I know that drinking pig's blood is there's some health in there, but I also know it's not the healthiest thing. I'd rather eat a mango. Then, if I don't know those things, I can't share the fact that I think everyone should eat meat. I can't do that. But I also can't say that people should go out there and eat plastic and become vegan. And I also can't tell people to be vegetarian because I know some people live in cold climates. I don't I don't have the capacity to do that because I don't know where you're from. I don't know how you live. So your life is predicated upon where you live, your environment, your upbringing, and that's what brings out in you. Like you don't speak my language. Maybe you do. I don't know. What language do I speak? I don't speak English and I don't speak American. I speak something else completely. Yeah, Laser, I hear you, man. Yeah, yeah. Santos is one of the most amazing teachers out there. Uh, Lazar Gazelle, you threw away the morals and dogma. Yeah, you got to throw away those. Dogma is the godmother. No one really respects their godmother. Nobody respects and for a reason. There's a reason for that. God dog and guard dogs and what they're doing. It's like it can be good, but it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily. If someone can, if morals um, and I mean, the dogma is he wrote that book, right? But it's morals and like these codexes that you live by. You don't live by the same thing every day. If you do, sorry that you do, but you can't treat everyone the same way all the time. You don't treat your friends, you don't treat your family, and you don't treat the people that you just meet on the streets the same way every day. You can't. If I got $100 a day, I'm gonna treat you different than if I'm just like having a bad day myself. There's no way of you. It's not. It's the ability to not compromise yourself. If we go back to the beginning of the title of this video, you can't compromise yourself. You have to trust yourself that everything you do is completely righteous in your own being. Because what else are you going to do? I can't make you happy. None of you fucking know me. You don't know me. I don't know you. I don't know you and I don't owe you. Pay attention to that whenever you see people. I don't care if they're your boss. I don't care if they're your fucking former. I don't care if they're your fucking wife. I don't care if they're your husband. I don't care what they're doing. The only thing is owed to you is what you expect, and what you expect is hopefully goodness, hopefully all that. But if you don't have something, you cannot give it. I would love to be able to create beautiful artwork and do all of this shit for people and blah blah blah. Um, and there's some things that I cannot do. I'm good at speaking. I'm pretty okay at drawing. I'm fucking fantastic at massage. I can touch people and move people with my hands. There's a lot of things I can do, and I focus on those things. But there's a lot of things I cannot do. I don't like baseball. I can't play baseball. I can't impress somebody by playing baseball. I'm good at other things. So focus on what you're good at, not what you're not good at. And those things that you're good at, you provide people with. If I have a lot of something, then I have an overflowing. It's the cup that's been overfilled. As it's spilling out, I just like, well, let me just grab a cup here and give it to you. That's what I do with all of my knowledge, and that's what people should do. You don't have the capacity to give what you don't have. Conjunction function. What's my conjunction junction? What's your function? Thank you, Laser. Yeah. Shaman's planning. You got some ducats. Good, man. That's awesome. Yeah, man. I hear you on that, man. Sometimes I get a little frustrated myself because I give so freely of what I have that sometimes I feel like I don't have enough. Well, I never felt like I don't have enough. Let me redact that statement. It's like I have things that I've had so many things that aren't mine that I'm just carrying around for other people to give to them. But sometimes when it's like, if I'm looking at my watch, I'm like, it's 8 o'clock, and like this person needs this, and I got $20 in my pocket, and they ask, that's all I got, and they ask for five, and I'm like, here, just take the 20. That's that's where I always go, kind of like, oh, did I overgive today? Did I overgive what I had? Rahotep, here, I'm gonna give it right to you. As far as financial currency from people outside of who I know intimately, not much. I'm uh it'd be nice if people donate to me on here because I don't ask for things too often. I have almost 1,000 videos, and I have almost 1 million minutes worth of people watching this shit, and I don't have any commercials on my shit, and I don't ask for much. But when people donate to me, I'm always very like humbled by that. But money wise, um, no, I mean I get what I get what I get when I get it. I guess you know what I mean. Like I don't eat much. I just drink and talk shit. Um, man, I mean, would I do things otherwise? Yeah, I mean, I know how the world works. I know how all the systems work, but I just don't prefer to get involved with the whole corporate systems, man. That's all. Like if somebody wants, if I had a team of people doing things like put a green screen up and I'll talk and we'll make it all clean and fancy and lovely and like I would do that, but I'd have to trust these people. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't make a lot. I'm a rich man of spirit, not a rich man of monetary units. I should have a lot. I should have a lot more money than I do. Is what I'm saying. I just don't. I'm provided with what I need somehow. Somehow it works, but all in all, like no, I shouldn't have to work. I worry time and I worry occasionally about like, oh shit, I don't have any money today. I worry about that. But at the same time, I go, yeah, but I've had excess money that I've just spent on strangers and just spent on dumb shit. That's why I kind of get a laugh out of that. That does that make sense? Yes, the streams of income, man. Like I'd rather have somebody else do it. I just don't have that much in me to like want to go through all of the push the buttons on the thing and hit these things and do that and then get all the like I don't know. I'm into shareable waves of energy. The whole like if I the $369 trillion that's owed to me in my trust fund. Uh, I'm not going to demand it. Just saying, like if people donate, they donate, and I'll share that with everybody else. But uh, to wake up in the morning going, to wake up in the morning like scared about the day and nervous that I'm not gonna have enough money, no. But do I sometimes not have enough to get through the day? Yes. Put it that way. Rahotep, thank you, man. I've always thought that. Like, I think there should be an even exchange for energies. And if there was an even exchange for energy, then my $369 trillion is valid and factual. And I would share that with everybody else that required it in the right way, that they would do something well with it. I wouldn't just hand it to crackheads. I don't do that with my money. I don't do that with my energy. No. I have. I mean, you give energy to people that don't deserve it. But maybe 10 years later they go, "Oh, I remember that day. Thank you so much. That got me through something." Eh, yeah, I get that. That's good, man. I think everyone should do that. But yeah, as far as compensation for what I do, um, I've made again a thousand plus videos. I just want to say this: 1,000 plus videos, and there's been over 1 million people that have watched my shit, and I've made money off of this to a very small degree. I've had a few people that have given me a lot of money, and I've had, you know, people that can give me what they can when they can, and I appreciate all of it. But like to say I could make a real living off of this, like I should be, like there's people making a lot of money off of this fucking YouTube shit, and they're just doing dumb shit, and I'm sitting here just going like, yo, look at me, I'm not only good looking, but I'm fucking hilarious, and I also am gonna give you like wisdom beyond what anybody else could. And like I did that, I'm like, oh, that's so egotistical. Then don't say that. Don't think like that. But do I get compensated properly in the direct form that I should? No. Do I get compensated? Yes. But I get compensated for a different reason. You know. Hmm. So there's the extended version of the answer, Ra. So thank you for understanding. Yeah. Charge a P tax. I'd be pissed. Yeah, I'd be pissing on bitches out here, yo. Yeah. I mean, monetary or otherwise. I don't know what the otherwise is. Like sometimes, I mean, if you say otherwise, Raha, sometimes I get some pussy off air. You know what I mean? Somebody gets laid, but that's not what I do it for. Like it's nice. It's a nice little like fucking benefit to it. I don't even. I truly don't even care about the money or getting laid. Like obviously sex is great and money is great because it's both currency, but it's more for me like I'm so enamored with the fact that somehow I know enough to help people have a better life. That's the only thing that interests me. But in return, if hey, can I get some of that? Can I go ahead, take your panties off. Let's just see. Let's see what you can do here. Shake that ass. Like that's fine. And if you got $10 for me, cool. But I ain't really want $10. Give me 100. Just give me the hundy. Fuck that. Guan Yin, Walter Russell. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Do you want some? Should I open up one of these books? Because I was gonna take this book out this over here, and it was either Walter Russell or here. You guys, I'm gonna piss, and when I come back here, I need 3 answers. You bastard! There's 10 people. There's 10 of you motherfuckers in here. I don't care if you work for the government or NASA or whatever the fuck you do with your life. I don't fucking care. Just answer the question. I'm not gonna stalk you guys. You guys stalk me, but that's fine. Just tell me, Walter Russell, which is this book. Walter Russell, Universal. Yeah, there you go. You see the universal one. Or let's see. Ugh, holy shit! This is fucking heavy. This is an encyclopedia of whole food medicine. You pick the book, and I'm gonna read out. Well, this other one is actually 2 books, but you pick it. I'm gonna piss, and when I come back, I'm gonna read out of this, and I'm gonna read maybe I already know what I'm gonna read, but because I already know what you're gonna pick, so I'm gonna come back in 38 seconds. Feel free to do a countdown of that. Oh, nice. Look at that. Right on time. 38 seconds. I think it was probably 42 seconds, but did anybody count that down? Walter Russell is what you want. Divine Hazel. Ah. Walter Russell, maybe. I said three people. I said three. So now we got one Walter Russell fan, and then two of Walter Russell or my. I look at Santos Bonacci is up there in the top 10. So we got Santos, Savan, Walter Russell, and this person that is in. Look at, I'm telling you, it's two books. It's two books, and there's Da Vinci right there. I could read out of this. What's up, hydraulic telepath? What a good movie that was, huh? Big Trouble in Little China. It's been a while. Was that Kurt Russell? Was that Kurt Russell? Yeah, Savan's a genius, but he also sells salt, so I still have a lot of. Me and him had a He asked me to do a. If anybody doesn't know this, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. You know, Savan's got like 100,000 subs. Like that dude, about 5 years ago, we had a conversation where he asked me to do a video with him, and I said I couldn't do it because I didn't feel comfortable on camera. This is before I made videos. This is before I said a word on camera. All I did was write. I was writing, and I was like, hey, and I sent him something. He's like, hey, do you want to do a video? I was like, I can't even do that right now. I was like, I have no idea how to talk to you because I didn't feel comfortable putting my my voice or my face on camera. So there's a little inlet. I wonder if he knows who I am. Although I've seen him in the Astro Realm a few times. Yeah, Savan is next level with the shit, man. His language. See, me and him would have a very interesting time speaking, because hold on, I'm looking for a hair tie because I want to put my hair up. I'm tired of this shit. Tired of it right now. Me and Savan would have a hard time speaking because we both talk so much. Oh, or we'd have the best time speaking because we both talk so much. Holy shit. Oh, there it is. Put the hair back up. Good. So we're back here. I've got the rest of this wine. I've got some wine, a tequila, and the rest of this beer. And waiting for someone to comment on. Yeah, Kurt Russell was what's up. Yeah. I needed 3 people. There's 12 people in the room, and no one's going to comment. I was going to read a book. I've got this encyclopedia. Here, I'm going to read off the back of this encyclopedia. Somebody asked me about this quote the other day. And it is, in my view, that the vegetarian manner of living, by its purely physical effect on the human temperament and intellect, would most beneficially influence the lot of mankind. There's one, and here's Henry David Thoreau. One farmer says to me, you cannot live on vegetable food solely, for it furnishes nothing to make muscles and bones with. And so he religiously devotes a part of his day to supplying his system with the flesh of raw materials of animals, talking the whole time as he walks behind an oxen, which, with vegetable-made muscle and bone, jerk him and his lumbering plow along in spite of every obstacle. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from disease and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but they whose heart is firm and whose conscience approves their conduct will pursue the principles unto death. That was Da Vinci. And there are these ideas of the future of which some are already approaching realization and are obliged. Wait, hold on. I'm going to start that again because this is Tolstoy. I'm going to say this one more time. And there are the ideas of the future, of which some are already approaching realization and are obliging people to change their way of life and to struggle against the former ways. Such ideas in our world as those of freeing of the slaves, of giving equality to women, of ceasing to use flesh food, and so on and so on. I have from an early age abhorred the use of meat, and the time will come when men such as I will look upon the murder of animals as they now look upon the murder of men. So that's from this book, unless you still want the other one, which is going to be hard to read right now. Hydraulic telepath. What's good for an enlarged prostate? Hydraulic telepath. Start with what is he eating already, and then we have to adjust what he's eating, because if what he's eating is causing his butthole to be large. I mean, always the simple answer is to drink piss or drink distilled water or drink some orange juice and blah blah blah. You just fast. That's the easy answer. Nobody wants to hear that because they're not going to do it. So if he has a big asshole because of his indiscriminate behavior towards eating things that will cause his butt to clog up, he needs things that are going to be relieving of tension, and relieving of pressure, thinning the blood. That's where you'd start. And I can give you a direct answer for that if you want to. Hit me up on my email. You know where it's at. Theoluminous, TheoLuminous.com. Wait, not .com. Oh, shit. It's Gmail. Yeah, just do that. And I'll answer that directly. Drink his piss is the easiest thing you can do. I mean, that's the simplest. But like a lot of people that have really, like, unless you're sitting there and the doctors are saying you're going to die in 2 weeks and I can't do anything for you, and then somebody's like, hey, I can tell you how to fix yourself, and like, how do you know that? Like, well, because I know I fix myself and fix other people with the same idea. Yeah, then maybe. But for most people, like just fixing an enlarged prostate, tell them stop getting fucked in the ass. That's that's a joke. I don't know what his lifestyle is, but like if he's got bloody butthole, fatty anus problems, if he's got a fat anus, that's, you got to just try something else. And use some aged urine on it. Put aged urine on it. Use your own. Don't use somebody else's. I mean, you can use someone else's if you have to, but because everyone's DNA came from the same source of mother. But no. Let's see what we're gonna do here. It is plasma. Yeah. I mean, why do you think that all the movies you watch these days have to do with plasma, like affecting things in a way that will see the purple colored plasma? Purple light of plasma is the consciousness of the. I cover this up on purpose. I can't let you all see this all the time. Okay, and I'm gonna read out of this book in a second. So whether y'all fucking like it or not, I don't care, because I didn't get 3 people answer me. I got 12 people in the room and nobody answered me. I got 2 people answer me. I said 3. Damn, the rest of you 9 people. Fuck you guys too. Okay. I'm gonna read out this book in 30 seconds. I'm gonna go grab some ice cubes for this wine here, so I can whine about what's going on in this pharmacist desk reference. It's an encyclopedia of Whole Foods. Are you guys ready for this? You should be, because you have been the fact that you've put up with my ignorances and nonsense at what are we, an hour and 30 minutes in here. I'm going to show you guys something they'll become. It's slightly unbelievable. It is. It's. How you gonna make me do this right now? Mm. All right. Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun to also see personality within someone while also obtaining wisdom? That, like, how does this? It's like the pinball wizard. It's like somebody that is a dummy, but knows a lot. It's like that. So I'm gonna read the book for you and give me no, don't give me anything. I will take what I need, which is 58 seconds. If you guys keep counting, it'd be kind of funny. Yes! Look at that. You can't even see me on camera. I'm still here. As a whole, complete, total human being looking at, what the fuck is this? Where did this come from? Why is this in my house? 58 seconds. So we're about 38 in there, and we're gonna wait another 20 seconds to figure out if this. Oh shit! It's almost time. It's almost time. You guys ready? Look at that. 52, 53, 54. Did anybody get that? 55, 56, 57, 58. Holy fuck. And we're back. And now, because it's fun for me, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to say, I'm going to need 32 seconds. Not 33, just because. I'm going to need 33.3 seconds. Because Tesla said that the numbers of the universe are 3, 6, and 9. Even though he didn't explain how that actually worked. He just said the numbers. Because it wasn't a him, because he didn't exist. Huh. 33 seconds? I can change that anytime I want. Well, and time has become perfected. So now we can read out of this book. Are you all ready for this? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I'm gonna read for you. We'll read the first volume. Volume 1. Should I start at the beginning or somewhere just where I open the page to? Let's read about the book of Gaia. Wow, you guys have been really good. Are you guys ready for this? If anybody at all says I'm ready to listen to this, I'll read it. This is by my man Don Tolman, which is fucking crazy. If I told you that story, I've told this story before of how I know this dude. This book right here, I know who he is. I've met him in person, living. He's a living being. Okay. Here we go. Here you go. This is the Book of Gaia. From your imagination, from a book I wrote years ago. And it's an excerpt from a book of Gaia. Air, fire, earth, and water. A few there be that find it. By Don Tolman. David could hardly believe it. 15 days ago, straight on water, he knew they could easily handle 19 days more. He loved the feeling his whole body and system was energized and full of power and electricity. It was hard to explain. As he was celebrating his joy for the day, his visions clouded over and the scene of nature became, before him, a different setting. one of a man standing in front of a massive, ancient-looking structure. Peace be to you, my friend. I am Nebuchadnezzar, and in my day I was king of Babylon. I come to you in this hour to reveal to you things of utmost importance. Very few, even amongst us, have learned and highly esteemed of your day and knowledge of those things, and of those things who knew, and of those people that knew, only in part due to those who know. But unto you we are yet to be given fullness. Oh shit, look at that. That was so powerful. I'm going to say it again. But unto you ye are to be given a fullness, for in this hour upon the earth are men and women to overcome death, and every affliction, and to find pleasure of life in great abundance, even unto you an endless condition. These things I give to you, you may not seem, these things I give unto you may not seem delicious to you to start, but as you practice these things, you will see that they are exceedingly rich and rewarding, that they are the keys to transform your temporary life into an extended condition of longevity. Suppose, for one reason or another, you are deprived of food for days, and you are too feeble to even move. You may be erudite. You may be wealthy, but none of these things matter. But none of these things you know, and none of these things you own can equal the fruit that you put in your mouth at that moment. One bite and you revive. The sacramental offering is all that is needed to make the forces and mechanisms of your entire system start working again. There are certain elements in food that restore health, strength, and vigor more effectively than any thought, emotion, will, or power ever could. But people are blinded to this and sit in the darkness of ignorance of gluttony, wherein they feast on the shell and miss the most precious delicacies. I said delicacies. That's fun. They feast on the That's so much fun when you can misspeak a word, but it still holds its bounty. Food holds little importance. Foods hold little importance to many in this age, except as a means to satisfy instinctual need. Most do not believe that food has any effect on the emotional or intellectual well-being of your system. Yet your food is what makes it possible for you to do everything you do, to talk, to feel, and even to think. True seers and sorceresses and seers have always known that the importance of food. There it is. They were given long ago the understanding that food is conceived and prepared in the divine laboratories of our own mother, the earth, and it's bestowed specific vibrations of wisdoms and intelligence that reflect a spectral color of the rainbow. Living foods are designed to fulfill the measure of our own creation and offerings for mankind. Food contains the magic element that make it possible for men and women and children to receive the revelations, as the hidden qualities of food are related by the cold process of alchemical workings of the terrestrial landscape of the kingdom of God's temple. They also knew that the body had to be in a high level of health before it could benefit from the ultimate purpose of food, which purpose is to enlighten the partaker thereof. Now, although it is food that is the origin of many wars and revolutions, it cannot be said that the word considers it of prime importance. Even in the wars and struggles of personal relationships and the most of all religions and brotherhoods, food is the answer, but it is rejected. It is the same discarded continually by the builders of society and nations. Could it be food is matter, and people, religious nations, and who worship the spirit also hate, despise, and degrade the matter of nature? They are ignorant to the truth of matter and its highest expression, spirit, intelligence, and without the matter there is no consciousness. Food should be of great interest to anyone interested in exploring the nature of consciousness. Matter is the food of consciousness. It allows for the purest expression of joy. Pure matter expresses ecstasy. It creates it so. Hence, pure food is the source of ecstasy, joy, and the eventual material expression of the kingdom of good. It didn't say God, but it meant good. God, God, all that shit. One's temple of matter and one's living stone. Joy is the innate need and requirement of every material being, every material thing. From the seed particles of intelligence and intellectualism that that exist in the state of equilibrium, equal to the state of deep sleep, there is a stirring, a brooding of subconscious energy that creates the movements necessary for the beginnings of material evolution. Thus, movement for the eons of time has been called for, or described as light. This light existed prior to the incandescent and independent material manifestation of man. This is the light of Christ, or the light of Logos, the library and vibratory pulse of the name or word that describes the sign, or of the seed, or the particles of nature, of the seed particles mature. This light seeks to build temples of matter to express itself fully, to be its own expression of nature. In this, we are creative. We are the creator. Sorry, that was a lot right there to do right there for everybody. Oh, son of a whole halo, huh? Give me 1 second again, because I'm going to go walk into the distance, and you can go meditate on what I just said. And feel free to rewind that if you need to. Shamanism is a funny thing, isn't it? It's so nice to see you guys, and you ladies, you women, you goddesses, and you gods. The gods and goddesses come together to, you see, the reason that we were implanted in the same place is because we were trying to bring about the effervescence of technology. That this shit here is only a reproduction of what we already are. So I can talk to you here, even though you live in Afghanistan, even though you live in Iceland, even though you live in Thailand, even though you live in the Bohemian societies. You can speak to me. You can type something and you can hear me. Now, we could do this through our minds, but that's difficult to do for most people. So we use this. Oh, so good. Mm. Patrick Healy, what's up, man? Stifled. Sierra Nevada is a good place. Yeah, one of my favorite beers too. Hydraulic. I don't know who you're talking to with the bearing. Tata. Good to see you, man. Um, Microscopic. Yes. The microscope is only the same thing as the telescope. It just looks. It looks in opposite directions, but it sees the same thing. Go ahead, rewrite that. Put write that shit down in your. The microscope and the telescope are the same thing, just looking in different directions, seeing the same thing. As above is below. Didn't they tell you that? Or you could just like internalize it and go, "Oh, we are all the same thing." It doesn't mean I'm like you. It doesn't mean I like you. I love you. I love me. I like me. See, that get to that point. It's you don't have to look over there. You ever just like close your eyes? There you are. Open your eyes. There you are. You're always right there. Joe, did you hear anything? Nope, it didn't exist to anybody. maybe maybe it wasn't for you. Here, I'll read the other book for you, Jojo. There you go. Ah, let's read the Universal One real quick. I'll open this page here. Here's chapter 6, the 10 octaves, the cycle of the elements of matter. Here you go. The 10 octave cycle begins and ends with an absolute equilibrium of all dimensions in motion. Its beginning is its end. Creation is continuous. There is no beginning and there is no end. The entire 10 octave cycle is merely an orderly and periodic interchange of dimensions. At the beginning of the cycle, time dimension, which was then preponderant, transfers its state of motion into power dimension, which in turn becomes predominant until it is overtaken by the time dimension. High power is accumulated through time. The elements of matter are therefore accumulated off the speed of dimension and the universal constant of energy into power dimension. The effort of electricity to accumulate power at the expense of time is continuous but spasmodic through each tone of the 10 octave cycle. See, most people say octaves is 8, so I'm just going to interrupt this book, even though this is one of the most magical books. No, octaves means 8, but he's using 10 because you have these fingers. It's those 4, which is the 8, and the 2 thumbs. He's giving me something else. There are 10 successive efforts, hence the 10 octaves. Each octave is separate and complete sequence of inhalation and exhalation. So you breathe in, you breathe out. And the entire 10 octave cycle is one inconceivably extended inhalation followed by a similar exhalation. Each octave is a separate effort for supremacy made by the 2 opposing forces. Those 2 opposing forces would seem to be electric and magnetic, male and female. During the first 5 octaves, the power dimension of the universal constant gradually conquers one time dimension by a decrease of the radioactive emanations of proportion to the increase of endothermic general active power of charging by absorption or accumulation of potential. Carbon is the 5th element. 5. Oh, fuck. I don't even know if I can read this. I'll read it. Carbon is the 5th octave, 504. 504 it says. Do you know where I live? The area code for where I live is 504. Is the endothermic dividing line of the cycle. It is the point where the cosmic billion years of inhalation in the cycle gives place to an equally majestic exhalation of another eternity in duration. Carbon is the maximum orbital velocity, which creates the illusion of hardness. It is the point of maximum integration, highest melting point, most perfected in the cubical crystallization, most compact in crystallization, the most truly bisexual of all elements. Crazy that I'm a Gemini. It means a male, female. Really weird. I'm not into bisexualism though, because dudes do not turn me on. But from carbon to the end of the cycle, there is a gradual conquest of power by the other time dimension and an increase in radioactive emanations in proportion to the increase of the exothermic power of discharging accumulated potential. We were talking about masturbation. That's what he just said. You need to sometimes masturbate. The law of expression of energy in motion for the entire 10-octave cycle is the same as the law for one octave, or for one tone, or for even the inhalative, exhalative pulsion. Each octave is endothermic, heat absorption, contraction, generative series of electric actions, followed by an exothermic heat emanation, expansive radioactive series of magnetic reactions. Each of these series of actions and reactions is of the other. More than this, each of these others, both simultaneously and alternatively, period. The first 5 octaves are therefore male or electropositive. In preponderance of the second 5 octaves are female or electronegative in preponderance. The law of repetitiveness in all effects is motion and is illustrated by the comparison of the cycle of elements to the life and growth of a man. The first 5 octaves may be likened unto the birth, childhood, youth, and growing strength, the evolving idea of the mind called, quote, man, unquote. And there's the picture of it. Oh, you guys can't see that. Oh, maybe you can. Boom. Holy shit balls of hell. Ain't that fun? So, for everyone here, Beyond Fluid, don't worry about that shit, man. No. I'll answer your question. Exothermic. Is that a thermos turned inside out? Yeah, that's what the let's see, so you got the gallbladder, the liver, and the kidneys, and the kidneys turn water inside out. So exothermic and endothermic are it's like, how to put it the right way. Let's see how you need this question answered. Let me see. Yeah, I mean it you're always going to get energy out of something. If you know what you were doing, you could get gold out of out of copper, and you get blood out of a rock if you know what you're doing. And you could also make yourself anything you want it to be. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm gonna 10 people in the room. I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I'm gonna go walk around in circles. No, I'm not gonna work in circles. I'm not gonna work in circles. I'll walk over there and then spin around, and then do a backflip. And now ice cold with JJ. I don't. Yeah, I don't. Hey, Beyond Fluid. Yes. That you may have had too much brandy, because I don't understand what that means. But give me a little better. It's like an ice Coldplay. Were you talking about Coldplay right there? No, Coldplay. I mean, Coldplay is cool. I'll play Coldplay in a second, but I can't really do that. My shit. Yeah. Hold Just hold on to this for a second. I'll be back in 85 milliseconds. Like that was way too quick. Well, welcome back. Yeah, cold gay, yes. Jojo. I mean, come on. You can't look. Coldplay, because they do the same song over and over again, you can't be mad at them. Everybody on the if you're doing that, like if you're making music for the radio, you have to play the same song over and over again. Yeah, but they're good. They're good. They're very good at what they do. Put it that way. You can't you can't take away. You can't say that Coldplay didn't transform your life. You can't right now. If you look up Coldplay, what's up, Dave? You can't look up Coldplay right now and find one of their top songs and say that didn't have an influence on your life in a positive way. I don't mean positive as if like positive is better than negative. I'm just saying like that shit is good. I'm not gonna listen to their whole fucking album. I don't know their whole collection. Like, okay, I got it. I listened to like 3 songs. Good. But you can't say Coldplay is like weak. That's dumb. Everything yellow. There you go. You can't do that. Like it's like Coldplay has done some cool ass shit, man. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite band. It's not. They're not up there. They're just good. They're really good at what they do. But hey, they out there. They're probably still touring right now. They're probably still out there like having a good time, making music for people. Ugh. I mean, wouldn't you rather do that? The mainstream vibe is not a wrong thing. It's just not the right thing. It's not the right or left-handed path. It's just something that the general population understands. You have to repeat something. Who said it? If you want to say something, say it 3 times. I carry I carry a soft voice and a bat over my shoulder. That's what I do. But that was somebody that was like he was a president of the United States sometime. That's not what he said exactly, but the point is, if he's going to believe this idea that speak softly but carry a large stick, that's what he said. Is the same thing as if people listen to the same music every day because they haven't got it yet, because they haven't got the message of what the music was saying, they're going to keep playing the same music. I don't play the same music. I play plenty of different songs. In fact, I'm going to go play some music right now because someone that I met tonight wrote down an album I should listen to because it was so fucking good. It was like it sounded like Fela Kuti went to let's see, where did he go? Hawaii, and then played a song with who would be the best Hawaiian, like that kind of music is like that's what I was listening to. I was like, what is this? And he's like, dude, here, fucking, I'll write it down. Just go find this shit. And that is the essence of, as we get back to the beginning of the video and what I said, be comfortable with yourself and the music you listen to and things you find that inspire you. So find things that inspire you. And I'm going to get off of here right now because I got to go. I'm going to go play some music right now. And what I said, be comfortable with yourself and the music you listen to and things you find that inspire you. So find things that inspire you. And I'm going to get off of here right now because I got to go. I'm going to go play some music right now. And what I said, be comfortable with yourself and the music you listen to and things you find that inspire you. So find things that inspire you. And I'm going to get off of here right now because I'm gonna go do a couple shots of Hornitos, and figure this lighting situation out so you can see my stupid face, and then we'll come back on here and we'll talk again. Give me like, it might be 10 minutes, or it might be 30 minutes, but somewhere in there. Hopefully y'all had a good time, and as I always, I'm going I'm gonna the next one I'm gonna do all about music and why you should listen to nothing at all. Listen to your own brain, and then you're still gonna listen to something, and then you can consider that Coldplay. Coldplay ain't bad. Coldplay is a fucking, yeah, it's really good music. Um, would I play that right now? If I could play music, would I play that? No. I got a lot better music to play, but I can't play any of it because I don't want to get my channel shut down. And y'all know how that works. So, peace out, everybody. Have a whole day of wonder, magical moments of massive. I was gonna try to alliterate with M's there, and I got to massive, and I just lost it. Enjoy what you're doing. Find a puppy or an alpaca, as I've been saying recently. If you can find that, go pet that. If you can't, at least make sure that you're happy. Go take yourself a bath, a shower, run some hot water, and after you do that, stand up and put the cold water on, and do the back and forth with the cold and hot water, or do some breathing exercises. I don't know. I can't speak to everybody directly, but if you want to talk to me, you know how to get at me. And you also know how to. I don't need a lot, but if you want to, you can feel free to donate your time and currency to me through the Cash App and through the PayPal. It's underneath, and you figure that out. Stay well, do glorious things, and I'll talk to you guys in about 30 minutes. And this has been pleasurable. On this side, certainly. If it was on your side, that's great. If not, well, don't listen to me anymore. Listen to somebody else. But you probably should listen to me because I can't wait to meet all of you. Stay fucking groovy. Do good things. Inspire the world. Make sure that you're happy.